So Caesar and myself did seminars.
If it wasn't for DJ Envy, I would have never invested into Caesar. I lost a total of $64,000.
Now, the reason I did these seminars is because I wanted to uplift my community.
I got scammed from an investment that I made, six-figure investment, that I still don't have my money back.
I wanted to teach my community about real estate, things that I didn't know when I was first buying my first home.
Like, yeah, I'm a contractor. I do my brother's work, contract work. So I'm like, oh, you do? I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Yo, fucking flipping NJ Caesar is a genius. He uses his brother as a contractor. He's buying the properties. This works out. Like, yeah, give me your card. We hire him. We buy a house in Patterson. They all work together. They all stick together. We buy a property in Patterson. It's multi-family. It needed to be knocked down. I'm going to build it up for you. I'm the best contractor for you. I got you. First thing contractors do, they get paid before the job. So I had to deposit $97,500 into Lucci's bank account. This nigga was never a contractor. He was never a contractor. He wrote me a floozy contract, had everybody in the trap landlord shirt. So I'm thinking, this is his company. You a contractor. You Caesar's little brother. And at the end of the day, nah, he wasn't. He ran with 50K. At least he gave the contractor 47. He ran with 50. I've been trying to get my bread. He don't got no proof, nothing to show. I tried to reach out to Caesar. He didn't DM me back. I reached out to DJ Envy. I screenshot my DMs. This is about a year ago. It's a year later. My house took 2 years to finish because I had to come up with the equity, the money, because you ran with my bread. So I had to come up with more bread to pay the man to finish my house.
I wanted to teach our community about investing in generational wealth.
I truly believe he knew Caesar was scamming people.
Michael Ventura says he invested $200,000, his life savings, in a Patterson property.
That's what I wanted to do for my people.
Do your homework when it comes to anything. This is what I tell everybody all the time. You make sure you do your homework. I do feel like you're saying Caesar's guilty before hearing his side of the coin, which I think is kind of crazy. I mean, anybody can say anything they want, man. I just seen today that I owe people money. I just seen all types of shit.
In the high-stakes realm of real estate, reputations are as valuable as prime real estate. Yet, it can crumble like a house of cards under the weight of deceit. DJ Envy and Caesar are finally getting attention from the media about their alleged Ponzi scheme. Many people rang that alarm months ago. However, there was one man, Tony, the closer Robertson, a beacon of truth in a fog of scam allegations. Before the media stormed in, Tony battled for months, facing down threats and being sued for defamation, all while championing the cause of the alleged victims of this nefarious real estate Ponzi scheme.
We made enough noise, said the news is involved. Now we got NBC investigative report happening. I got a lot of hate. I got a lot of slander. I'm super excited about this because more and more victims are going to get visibility. They're going to get justice. This is what this is all about.
We'll be talking about all of this and the receipts Tony got, including bank records that could bring DJ Envy and Caesar down for good. Let's get into it. Now, as the media lens zoom in, the rubble of accusations revealed a ground zero where Tony squares off against DJ Envy, a feud that unveils a dark underbelly of alleged scams, threatened to bulldoze reputations crafted over years. With every accusation thrown, the issues threaten to topple DJ's Envy 30-year career.
DJ Envy, man, I know you and your attorney, you guys sued me for defamation, and I think that it would behoove you to drop that case, because you're going to be at a position where the countersuit that I'm going to put on you is going to be very, very damning. The discovery is going to be even more disgusting. You have multiple people who are going to come into court and testify with me. You have accepted payola. You have broken so many laws. You have been complicit in a Ponzi scheme. You have known about this for well over a year plus and have done absolutely nothing.
But I also do know there's certain things that need to happen. Like when it comes to Caesar, you know, we've had a conversation and I spoke to him and I spoke to Jen and I told him, if he does, and I asked him personally, I said, do you owe people money?
Who will step out of this fight with their honors still intact as we dive into battle filled with secrets, pointed fingers, and a hunt for stolen money and justice for the victims? Gear up for the real estate battle between Tony the Closer Robinson and DJ Envy. So, who's Tony the Closer? Tony the Closer Robinson is a former football player turned real estate mentor on a mission to empower individuals with financial literacy. He was able to create It's Our Turn, a movement that educates over 20,000 people on the real estate game. So months ago, Tony embarked on this crusade, probing into the accusations that swirled around DJ Envy and his associate Caesar. The whispers of discontent were growing louder because people were not getting the money they were supposed to have, and the strings of stories were coming into a narrative that Tony found deeply unsettling.
Like, it's all about, man, operating with integrity.
Yeah.
Anybody that operates with integrity, I think, you know, it is what it is. But if you're not operating with that, then nah, bro. Like, anybody, bro, I think your responsibility is to your audience and the people that have trusted you. So if you send me 50 grand, 100 grand, you say, Tony, and I'm trying to win, and I'm saying this is what we're gonna do together, you gotta honor that.
People are broke and they're pissed off. As Tony began diving deeper and started to voice his concerns, the pushback was swift. The label of being a clout chaser was thrown around, an attempt to discredit his efforts and tarnish his motives. But Tony, with the resolve of steel, undeterred by the nonsense aimed at him, Tony continued the battle.
The complaint floodgates opened up when alleged victims started appearing on the social media platform of influencer Tony the Closer, a self-proclaimed real estate scam watchdog.
I decided to make it where everybody would know the disgusting behavior that they're practicing.
Think about it. DJ Envy is a popular figure in the New York City radio scene. He had a solid rep at that point. Remember, DJ Envy wanted to uplift the community. That's what he says. Slowly but steadily, Tony started to gather stories, corroborating tales of financial despair and alleged deceit. A coalition of the people who were pissed off were forming with every shared story. The silhouette of the alleged Ponzi scheme began to take a sinister shape.
So I took a loan out to cover the investment, but he was like, listen, don't tell anybody because this investment, you're coming in at a smaller amount. And I'm like, yeah, but can I tell, can I tell Envy? He's like, no, don't say nothing. Because Envy told me not to do it, to be honest with you. Envy said, don't do it. And when I told Caesar, I was like, oh, can I tell Envy? He was like, no, because you're coming in at a lower percentage than everybody else. You're only giving me 150, not 300. He's like, but if you give me 150, I'll give you 750 in 6 months. And then in 3 months, your initial investment will be returned. This is the home run. Started listening to a whole bunch of other celebrities that were investing. And once again, I'm going to bring it back to, here I am, Caesar, who gave me a platform, introduced me to a lot of solid people that, I fixed credit, bro. And even his wife, Jen, apologized, saying like, yo, he overpromised, underdelivered with this whole thing. And I'm just like, all right, well, if this is a guy that I look at as a father figure, you know what I mean, as someone that I trust, why would this guy lie to me? Why would this guy put me in a situation that's going to fuck me up? Remember, 90 days, he says I'm going to have my initial investment back. So month 3, I'm like, hey, bro, remember, I took a loan out, right? I took a loan out. So I'm paying for this loan from my fucking business.
Social media started to grow more and more, talking about this alleged evidence, and a coalition of voices ready to speak their truth. Tony took to social media, his posts simmering with accusations and damning accountability, and actually real evidence.
We know that there are many people that put money behind this Ponzi scheme. And the crazy part is, I don't know what they did with the money. I did get access to Caesar's bank account, y'all. When I got access to Caesar's bank account, you would be amazed at what I saw in Caesar's bank account. Inside of his bank account, the money that people were giving him as an investor, that money that the money that was being invested was used like it was a petty cash fund. The money that was invested was spent on all kinds of DoorDash, hotels, flights, Gucci, Facebook ads. It was all kind of BS. And when I tell you, when the public gets access to the bank records and you see how Caesar is withdrawing $50,000 every day, you're going to automatically know that there was something that was a red flag. I want to know what Caesar was doing with all these cash withdrawals he was doing. Where was he taking that cash? Was he now providing that cash to somebody else?
There were the sparks that threatened to ignite the simmering discontent into a full-blown public outcry. As the murmurs evolved into a chorus of accusations, the confrontation between Tony the Closer Robinson and DJ Envy ascended into the public spectacle. Tony was pretty clear with his words as he laid bare his accusations against DJ Envy and Caesar, alleging that they were at the helm of a sinister scam that left many people in financial ruins.
But you know you bullshitting too, right?
I'm a bullshit.
Because the fact of the matter is that you know that Caesar been doing bad business, and you just right now really trying to distance yourself because you don't want to be implicated with with it. You know that he's been fucking people over. He fucked you over. He owes you money. You told me last night he owes you money. Like, this ain't me making up shit. This ain't me just coming out and attacking anybody. This is real people.
DJ Envy, not the one to be cornered easily, countered with explanations and rebuttals, attempting to dismantle the accusations, limiting his involvement, and attempting to clear the fog of scam accusations, ready to push Caesar right under the bus.
And I told him, nigga, whatever you need to do, give them people back their money. That's all it is. But when it comes to it, that's what it is.
The discourse shifts from accusations to a quest for justice. The stakes are monumental, not just for the people involved, but the victims waiting for their vindication and their money back. Tony the Closer Robinson remained relentless, his pursuit of the justice unyielding. He continues to voice the grievances of those who have claimed to be wrong, bringing to light the people who were instrumental in making people lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, as the plot thickens, and now the buzzing chatter is now echoing with serious tones of a looming legal showdown, things are about to get really spicy. With the recent media spotlight on DJ Envy attempts to distance himself from Caesar, it appears that Tony may have been on the right track the whole time. The hunt for that single beacon of truth marches on, with the onlookers hold their breath anticipating the conclusion of the DJ Envy and Caesar alleged Ponzi scheme scam. And I want to talk about DJ Envy and his involvement and trying to shift the blame here, just going by what he said in his addressing the accusations a couple of days ago. DJ Envy is trying to say that he didn't know anything about the bad stuff his buddy Caesar was doing, even though they worked together for a very long time. I'm finding it hard to believe that DJ Envy didn't know anything, especially because he introduced Caesar to millions of people on the radio. Now, I believe DJ Envy should be brave enough to say I'm sorry for bringing Caesar into their lives, since it turned into a big mess. I think DJ Envy should help clean up the trouble instead of act like he had nothing to do with it. Let's use for the example of someone trying to hook up a friend or colleague or family member. You find someone and you think, this person would be perfect for my friend. But the problem is, what happened if that pick that you chose to hook him up with was a terrible person, god awful, the worst person possible? You may not have known this, and you obviously do not want to put your friend in a bad position, but you have to bear some responsibility because you're the one that set this up. At least you could do is say, hey, listen, I did not know that was going to go that way. I am sorry for even hooking you two up. That's what DJ Envy should have. He should have a little bit more empathy for the people who have lost their money. He says he's a victim. Okay, I don't believe it, but sure. All he wants to say is, I'm trying to uplift the community. I had nothing to do with this. I don't know what's going on. And without saying, I apologize for bringing this scammer onto my radio station, onto my platform, and onto my social media, bringing people to a man that promised them substantial returns on their investment and just stole their money. He should be a man and actually own up to that fact. We're going to see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be very interesting because if it goes the wrong way, DJ Envy will lose his job, and it's possible he will lose his freedom. So what you guys think about this? Let me know. Put in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.